Boost your Unity productivity with these insane inspector tips. In this tutorial, we dive deep into the Unity inspector to reveal powerful tips and tricks that will streamline your workflow and enhance your game development experience. Whether you are a beginner or experienced developer, these techniques will help you save time, increase efficiency, and make your project run smoother than ever. In this video, you will learn essential shortcuts to navigate the Unity inspector quickly, how to customize the inspector for better organization, tips to utilize inspector properties, and much more. Don't miss out on these game-changing tips that will transform the way you work in Unity. Make sure to subscribe for more Unity tutorials. Unity shortcuts. To play game, press Command P on Mac or Control P on Windows. To pause, press Command Shift P on Mac or Control Shift P on Windows. And to step forward by one frame, press Command Option P on Mac or Control Alt P on Windows. To create new object, press Command Shift N on Mac or Control Shift N on Windows. To duplicate the object, press Command D on Mac or Control D on Windows. To undo, press Command Z on Mac or Control Z on Windows. To redo, press Command Shift Z on Mac or Control Y on Windows. To cut, press Command X on Mac or Control X on Windows. To copy, press Command C on Mac or Control C on Windows. To paste, press Command V on Mac or Control C on Windows. To select all, press Command A on Mac or Control A on Windows. To invert selection, Command I on Mac or Control I on Windows. To deselect all, press Shift D on Mac or Shift D on Windows. To find object, press Command F on Mac or Control F on Windows. To create new scene, press Command N on Mac or Control N on Windows. To open new scene, press Command O on Mac or Control O on Windows. To save scene, press Command S on Mac or Control S on Windows. To save as a new scene, press Command Shift S on Mac or Control Shift S on Windows. Context menu. Use context menu to debug your script and run function directly in the editor. You can create custom function in your script and run it directly from the context menu on the script. So to demonstrate that, I have my word grid script. I can open the script. You can now use the attribute context menu to run the public function or private function directly in the editor from the context menu. To do that, you need to just define the context menu above the function and give a name. And this function will be executed from the context menu. So if we now switch back to Unity, you can now right-click on your script and you will see the name you defined directly in the context menu. So you can hit that and the function will be run. So as you see, I'm just spawning the squares. So this is what the function is doing, but you can put whatever logic you like. You can also do that directly on the attributes. So in the attributes, you can go to the script. You can put context menu item, give a name which will be displayed in the context menu, and give the function name to run the function for this attribute. So I'm just increasing my column number by 1. So starting with 0, every time I press, it's going to increase by 1. So let's switch back to Unity. And now if I right click on the column, I have my add column option available. I can hit add column, and as you see, I'm increasing the number every time I'm selecting that from the context menu. So this way you can run function directly in the editor without putting any extra editor or any extra script. Editor windows. You can now create multiple project, inspector, hierarchy, and any other window you can see in the editor. This is very handy when you need to copy something over. If you select any of the object, you can see the inspector is displayed for that object. You can lock that inspector using this padlock, and then you can open another inspector window, go to these three dots, add tab, inspector. You can dock the next inspector next to that, and now you can select any other object, for example game object or world grid, and you can copy stuff over between those two objects. You can also do that for the project. So in the project right below you can press these three dots, add tab, and then project. You can dock it on the side, and now you can copy over the stuff. Just remember, if you want to stay on the selected folder, you need to just lock it using this padlock. And now you can navigate freely on your project. Editor Gizmo. Use Editor Gizmo to locate and display the empty object. If you want to add empty object in your scene for different purpose, you can right click create empty, but you cannot see the object. You cannot see the position of the object. You can change that by selecting the object, go to this Gizmo dropdown and select any of the predefined gizmo. This can give you some indication where the object is, but sometimes you want to load the specific image, so you can select the object, go to the gizmo again and hit the other. And now you can select any other sprite or graphic you want to display. And this is gonna be your gizmo. If you have multiple objects with the gizmo, you can go to the gizmo control panel and you can disable all of the gizmos or you can specify which gizmo you want to change. You can also change the size. You can change the visibility of any of the gizmo within your editor. If you want to learn how to make your first mobile game and release it on the Google Play Store or Apple Store, check out my YouTube channel, where you can find tons of different tutorials where I'm going from the start to the end, how to develop the game. I will show you how to add the advertisement to your game and also implement the in-app purchases, what to do and how to create the store pages on the Google Play Store and Apple Store. And also I will go over different tips and different techniques used in the Unity, so you can learn how to make your own game. You can also check my website, where you can find the projects ready for you to purchase and release as your own. You can find also other tutorials and also download the game asset, which I use inside the tutorials. All of this game asset is for free to use, so you can download it and use it in your own project. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again in the next video.